They keep giving us a lot of Shayla and Angelina scenes, and I that's why I'm still wondering: are they about to finally like put the nail in the coffin for the Shayla character? Is that it that we're about to see? Why Angelina is turning up this much, and her advice is what I'm kind of weary of. Let's get into this.
I wanted to stop by because something had been on my heart, and I just wanted to share this with you. So, while
Are
we
you
have
okay?
time, I am. The best way in life to learn something is to learn it from other people's mistakes, trials, and tribulations. You don't have all the time in the world to make all the mistakes.
Okay. That's a very fair comment. I mean, it is best to learn from other people versus going through it yourself, because the truth of the matter is, then you get a chance to not have to kind of go through that and to spend the time to get over it. I would say this. If I had known this a longer time, certain things I could have done better in the past. So that's a fair comment from Angelina. We can take that.
You've seen the things that I've done right and what I've done wrong. And I would hope that at this juncture in your life, you are analyzing things as they come to you. When red flags show up, do not just be so dismissive. Please consider the information that comes to you. Make the best decisions you possibly can. Okay, here, case in point.
Give me the point, because I don't know who is a red flag. What, Iman is a red flag? Okay. Iman may be a red flag, but at the end of the day, I mean, your daughter still is living in a house where she get 50 grand with this particular house. I'm gonna just call a spade a spade. And some way, somehow, Iman gives her a bunch of money. So I think that the red flag would probably be Shayla's own self. In other words, not being able to differentiate certain things, or not being able to kind of get things together with what you have. So I don't know. As much as I don't like the smoking either, cause but hey, people smoke, they do that. But the man is still who he is. At the end of the day, that's what it is.
Take a look at Amber, for instance, given their situation right now. You've got to learn from her mistakes and where she went wrong in that relationship. I'm not blaming everything on her, but what I am saying is, as a woman, you keep your dignity. You don't go chasing after a man. Okay? You don't go out there acting crazy in the streets.
Okay. So now we know that is foolish she's talking about. Okay, here's why I'm have to flag it. You don't go chasing after a man, then why are you asking her to go after Anthony? That's what you're asking her to do. So this is another contradicting statement again. It's what I mean. I cannot go with these statements. So Angelina is telling Shayla, hey, you need to not chase after a man. So she's saying she's chasing after Iman. But in the same breath, just yesterday, she was mentioning to Shayla that she think that it would be best for her to try to get her family back, and it's best she try to put things back together again. Then isn't that the same thing as chasing after? All right, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I've lost a screw or something.
You don't. You have a child to think about. You have a career to build. You have a life to build.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like you raised me up right. But one thing that when it comes to relationships and men is sometimes it's hard to control your emotions when you really love someone.
Well, you have to, because the truth is, in that relationship, she didn't build much value, right? She came into kind of a ready-made millionaire situation.
She never build much value. Like what? See, you don't even know about the problem relationship. Look here. As much as I speak on the Amber character, to say she didn't bring much value is a stretch. That would be a stretch from me. How she get into that, I don't know. Now, again, the only thing, and I think that I spoke on this the other day, and I said that Amber has the problem with this divorce thing is that Amber has lost a certain right. There's a rite of passage about having your first child for your husband that Amber has lost. If Anthony had a child before the marriage and he came in and Amber saw it that way, it would have been perfectly fine. It wouldn't feel like she lost the rite of passage. The fact that she got married and within the marriage, some other woman comes up in front of her is the issue. And that's a big issue. So I guess Angelina is calling having a baby value. I guess that's what she's saying. She's saying value is the baby that Shayla has given Anthony. Yeah. See, you don't really know how the wealth work between Amber because yes, I will go for the people in the audience. Yes, there was a time when Anthony needed bailed out and Amber had to be there for him. We have these receipts. So we can't say she's not valuable. As much as we argue about the percentages, we cannot say. The one thing I couldn't definitively say is that she brings no value. I couldn't say this. Let's run.
She accepted this man back at any point, any time, no matter who he was with. As a woman, you've got to have boundaries and you have to set standards.
Do you feel like I don't have any standards in my life?
I think you go with the flow.
See, this is contradicting. Okay, yes, as a woman, you need to have standards and you need to have boundaries. Just like a man needs to have standards and a man needs to have boundaries. The problem with this statement is that if she's supposed to have boundaries, then why would you want her now to be getting in or leaning into Anthony? Shouldn't that be a boundary at this point in time? He's not a man that's divorced as yet. He still is in a marriage, regardless. Even if you're going through the divorce process, hey, again, this is how me count it. Until you're divorced and the papers are finalized, you are not divorced. That's it. That's how me cook it, but maybe other people do look at it different ways.
And the flow really needs to be how you set those standards and not what other people just bring into your life. Because they'll bring trash, they'll bring chaos. And we can't just accept anything. Kai is depending on you to make great decisions.
So in a nutshell, she just don't like Iman. That's basically what it is. So I'll take Anthony over Iman, even though Anthony is still in a marriage right now. So as much as she's trying to see exactly if she can prove to us that she's not delusional, she still is selling some amount of delusion to us because, what? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. The ladies in the comments come out of the woodwork. Am I misreading what she's saying? Or am I onto something? Give me a take. I'm going to talk to you also. Like, share, comment, subscribe.